Hello students, we are going to continue with our chapter. In the last lecture, we have studied about different tools for recombinant DNA technology, and there are many other tools which we are going to discuss today like vectors. Let's begin with the chapter. Tools for recombinant DNA technology. As we have already discussed, restriction enzymes, cloning vector, polymerase enzymes and host organism. Similarly, today we are going to discuss cloning vector. Now what are cloning vectors? Cloning vector is a DNA molecule that carries foreign DNA into a host cell, replicates inside a bacterial or a yeast cell and produces many copies of itself and the foreign DNA. Now cloning vectors are the DNA molecules used to transfer genetic material into another cell. Now when this genetic material is transferred, which means that it will replicate inside the host cell. The host cell may be bacterial cell or yeast cell in a human body. So there are different features of cloning vectors and types that we are going to study. Features of cloning vector. Origin of replication. A sequence from where replication starts. Now all of you know what is replication? Making its own copy. Second step is selectable marker, a method of selecting for bacteria containing a vector. Now always remember, vector means a carrier. As mosquito carries the plasmodium and causes malaria because half of the malarial parasite invades the human blood cell. Similarly, vectors means they are just a carrier. Only they carry the genetic material. They do not involve themselves. So, a replication origin is required. A selectable marker is required. Cloning site where to insert foreign DNA. The most versatile vectors contain a site that can be cut by so many restriction enzymes. So here you can see a typical vector. There are many vectors. Vector example are TI plasmid or YAC, yeast artificial chromosome. Now TI plasmid is one of the most commonly used vector. Now this is a plasmid vector PUC19 and it is an ampicillin resistance gene, that is why AMP, for selective amplification and replication origin for proliferation in the host cell. So this is an example of vector. This is how a bacterial DNA or a vector's DNA look like. Plasmids or bacteriophages are used as vector. Now bacteriophages, all of you know, these are the virus that only infect bacteria. They can also be used as a vector. If we are able to link an alien DNA with bacteriophage or plasmid DNA, we can multiply its number equal to the copy number of the plasmid or bacteriophage. So vectors. Vectors, these are the DNA molecules capable of accepting a foreign or a new DNA fragment. Most common are plasmids but could be of other types also. They are self-replicating because they have an origin of replication. Origin of replication means the point from where replication starts. Plasmids are circular, double-stranded, extra chromosomal pieces of DNA. Plasmids carry antibiotic resistance genes and region to clone the new DNA called the multiple cloning site. So here you can see a plasmid. A plasmid is an independent circular self-replicating DNA molecule that carries only a few genes. So there are different sites on plasmid. Now this circular one here you can see is the vector, is a plasmid which can be used as a vector. A selectable marker, restriction enzyme site. It has a restriction enzyme sites at different locations and also origin. Vectors Here you can see the plasmid in a bacterial DNA, the bacterial DNA and plasmid DNA. So as you can see here, when a bacterial DNA invades the plasmids, multiply. Now here plasmid act as a vector, so the cell replicates here. After this cell replication, the plasmid integration takes place. So a small part of the plasmid DNA integrates into the bacterial DNA and the bacterial cell is transformed. Insertion of a vector into the target cell is usually called transformation for bacterial cell. If it occurs for eukaryotic cell, we call it as transfection. And if it occurs of a viral vector, we call it as transduction. So here it is a bacterial cell, so we call it as transformation because the vector is inserted into the target cell. Here vectors for cloning genes in plants. As a very good example is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Now Agrobacterium tumefaciens is a soil bacteria which causes crown gall tumors in dicotyledonous plants. A gall producing gene occurs in the large plasmid called tumor inducing plasmid or TI plasmid. So crown gall is a disorder. So Agrobacterium tumefaciens contains a large plasmid called TI plasmid which can deliver tDNA to transform normal cell into a tumor. Now plant genetic engineers have used this natural transformation system as a vehicle for the introduction of foreign DNA into plants. Now, so what is Agrobacterium? A natural genetic engineer because it can manipulate the genes. So Agrobacterium tumefaciens is a soil bacteria that causes plant tumor. We call it as crown gall disease. So the genome has been sequenced completely and consists of circular chromosome, a linear chromosome and 2 plasmids. So this is how a Agrobacterium tumefaciens gall look like. It is not a small thing, right? So the TI plasmid. So this is how the TI plasmid look like. Now TI plasmid is nothing but a tumor inducing plasmid. So it induces tumor. So this is occurring in a large plasmid. So this is a large plasmid where the gall producing gene known as the tDNA occurs. That is why we call it as tDNA region in the TI plasmid. This is where the gall producing gene occurs in this plasmid. So due to the ability of the bacterium to insert the TI plasmid into nuclear genome of the infected plant, gene transfer in higher plants through TI plasmid can be achieved. So gene transfer is a very important factor because the tumor producing gene becomes the marker gene. Therefore, Agrobacterium tumefaciens is most widely used for gene transfer. There are many other genes also like the Cry gene, NIF gene, that is nitrogen fixing gene, etc. And also you must be knowing about rhizobium. So these are different. So this is during infection, the TI plasmid is integrated into the plant chromosomal DNA. Here you can see the crown gall. So here you can see the image of the TI plasmid and also the integration of tDNA into the plant genome. So the expression of the tDNA genes can be seen here. So here wound infection by recombinant Agrobacterium tumefaciens where we are applying the bacteria and the cloned gene only present in the crown gall. So the transformation occurs here. So transformation of the cultured plant cell can also take place by recombinant Agrobacterium tumefaciens in the plant cell. So the plated onto the solid medium, that is the agarose medium, so that the callus grows, and after the callus grows in this hormonal balance, shoots appear, so that we call it as plant tissue culture, and that is how a transformed plant is grown into the soil. So this is known as transformation. Here you can see transformation by recombinant DNA technology method. So here how the bacterial DNA anti-I plasmid as a vector here is transforming the entire bacterial cell, and hence we can inculcate this into the plant cells in culture, so that plant with new characters can be regenerated by genetic engineering techniques of recombinant DNA technology. Thank you.